I'm George Doherty. I'm one of the owners of Fallon Wellness Pharmacy, and we're here in Latham, New York.
And I'm Jesse Pilger. I am a technician here at Fallon's, and I do a little bit of everything.
We were reactive rather than in a planning mode. Anytime we had a problem, we reacted, but if there wasn't a problem, we thought everything was fine. Originally, we had an internal IT kind of person that did a lot of other things also. We went with a single kind of jack of all trades, master of none. And finally we've graduated to be big boys, got a real IT group to help us, and it's been a very beneficial thing for us.
Yeah, I think what we realized is that our health of our computer system and the infrastructure that we have was imperative to what we were doing on a daily basis. And we needed somebody that was, at our request, available to help instead of the other way around, where if we had a down issue, we were basically waiting on somebody else to when they could get here and help us. And instead, with Groff, if we have a problem, there's always somebody there on the line, there's always somebody that we can talk to, and the issues are usually taken care of within the hour, which is wonderful. There's a couple of things that we love from you guys. Your on-site visits once a month. Our particular person, Kat, is wonderful and amazing. She shows up, has a list of problems that we're having, and she fixes them. If it's stuff that she's not 100% sure about, she pulls in other members of the team, and problems are resolved. We love the quarterly reviews and the perspectives that we're given as far as the health of our individual computer units, which ones need to be replaced, how we interact with our other store in Saratoga, the health of their computers and their system. It's wonderful because instead of waiting for something to break now, we have a good idea of what needs to be replaced, and we can be proactive, like George said, because we can't afford literally the time or the money that it would cost to be sitting around waiting for something to be fixed when we can plan ahead and completely avoid the issue. Yeah, those are two things that I really appreciate. Oh, everybody's great. Ben, that operates the emergency service line when we call when we need something. Jack has been wonderful with all of the research and everything that he's done. Lauren's been very hands-on, traded emails with him about issues on a bunch of things. And there's some stuff that we would like to have done that it's not possible. It wasn't possible. There were thin clients that we wanted to use because it would help our store as far as space, as far as computing power and such. And you guys went above and beyond doing all of the research and tested for a very long time to make sure that the potential solution to the problem that we were having was going to work. And when it panned out that it wasn't going to be feasible, we don't have time to do that. We wouldn't be able to sit down and invest that time or personnel into researching an issue, and you guys were able to take that right off of our plate and just say, we'll take care of this for you, we'll get back to you with the results. And it didn't pan out. Not everything works, but having somebody there knowledgeable enough to be able to do it.
I feel 100% comfortable recommending you. I see the changes in our culture, how we look at our computer system, how we look at our computing power and our computing infrastructure. We were always putting a Band-Aid on something that was bleeding profusely. And instead of that, we're ahead of the game now. All our computers have been updated. We've replaced the majority of the computers in the store on a reasonable and agreed upon timetable. Instead of willy-nilly, we need a computer, we knew that we were going to do 3 in December, 3 in January, 3 in February, and continue until we had replaced computers that were frankly out of date and only useful as a boat anchor.
And I would absolutely recommend to any business, not just one that's necessarily in our industry. What we've come to the realization over the past couple of years is that your computers, your infrastructure, your digital management within a business is an investment just as if it were a hedge fund or a stock or a bond. And yeah, it usually requires a little bit of influx of cash in order to update your computers and everything, but it's an investment and it's going to pay dividends in the long term. You maintain it just like you would the health of your vehicle or yourself, and you take care of that, and hopefully you won't have any catastrophic issues that you have to worry about in the long term. And the professionalism of an actual timetable of a plan. For this is how we're going to tackle the issues, this is how we're going to replace them, this is how we're going to fix everything. Doing it professionally instead of piecemeal, like George said, makes a huge difference, because it makes you feel more confident in what you're doing, because it's not a seat of the pants operation. It is a legitimate diagnosing of the problem, prescription, no pun intended, for a cure, and then rolling it out, and it's been wonderful.
One person can't do everything that the team does for us at Groff.
People come to us because we're experts, and we go to other people because they're experts, and that's where you guys came in.